The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, welcome. Come on in. Let's do this. Let's get this started. Good evening, everyone. And welcome to the South Florida Live Podcast. I am your host, Jeffrey Brown. And as we always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Listen. Happy New Year's to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well on this 8th day of the new year. Everybody experience peace and blessings on today. And your New Year's has started off on a blessed and peaceful and blissful journey, if you will. Come on in. Let's get it started. Hey, y'all, this is season 2. Season 2. It's the singles edition. Everything is going to be all right this year. Come on. All right, those that are viewing, come on in. Let me know you're there in the comments. Let me know if it's the sound and the signal and everything is wonderful, is going well. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts, if you will. Let me know that everything is good. The sound is good. You can hear me, and you can see me well. Lady Elaine Nelson, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. Peace and blessings to you. All right. Hey, we got some stuff we want to talk about tonight, y'all, that I really did not know until I did some research on it. But you're going to be, it's going to be interesting. I know it surprised me. Maybe it's not surprising to you, but it's surprising to me. So we're going to have a discussion. Hey, come on, join them. This is what I need you to do. Those that are coming on, those that are on Facebook, those that are on YouTube, I need you to like and share, if you will. Like and share, make some comments, let us know that you're there. You can, yes, we can hear you, but not the music, or I don't know. It said not, but not something. All right, come on. Let me know you're there. Once again, Facebook, YouTube. I need you liking and sharing on tonight. You don't want to miss this episode on tonight. Not only need you to like and share, I need you to text a few people. Text a few people, let them know the South Florida Live podcast is on. It's the singles edition tonight. I have my crew full in effect this year. We are back. Yes, we are. Come on. Join us on tonight. I'm going to give you probably about another minute. Give you another minute, everyone. Give you another minute. Those that are viewing, those that are watching, those that are coming on. Once again, please share this podcast with someone. Please share this podcast with someone. Do that for me. Please help me. Share this podcast. Trust me. You will thank me later. Y'all listen, this year, that's my anthem. Everything is going to be all right. Yeah, that's my anthem, y'all. This year, not gonna fret, not gonna worry. I know that everything is gonna be all right.
You know, some people never change their minds. But either way, we're gonna be just fine. Even when you try to bring me down, everything's gonna be fine. You see, I'm still here to me adjust my pride. Everything's gonna be all right.
30 seconds.
It will be all right. Oh, it will be. 10 steps forward, 10 steps back.
15 seconds. Come on, like and share. Let's do that.
I can hear you coming. It feels like you don't want me yet.
All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2. All right. Hey, listen, thanks everyone that's joining us right now. Thank you for coming on. Those that are coming on, once again, please, if you will, like and share. Give me some hearts, give me some love, give me some hearts, give me some love. If you will. Thank you so much. If you would do that for me. Real quick. Hey, listen, we have sponsors. We got more sponsors, but every episode, every week, we're gonna hit our sponsors. This week's sponsor is sponsored by Lady E. Smell Me. Listen, if you're looking for a fragrance, some great oil, and want to smell good, men and women, I'm telling you.
In all my days, God has never turned his back on me. Listen. When the rubber meets the road, when the rubber meets the road, when the rubber meets the road, when the rubber meets the road. At times when it looks real hard, I said,
Yes, that's Lady E. Lady E. Lady E. Smell me. Lady E. Smell me. Listen, or if you're looking for a nice fragrance, men or women, you need to find her, look her up. She's on Facebook, she's on YouTube, she's on Instagram. Elaine E. Nelson, Lady Elaine D. Nelson, Lady Elaine D. Nelson. You can look her up. We'll put her number on there in a little bit. Hey, so that's our sponsor. We're thankful for that. Hey, listen, if anyone else wants to be a sponsor, want to be a partner, there you go. Shoot me an email message and we will contact you. We really appreciate it. We can use it because there's some things that we are trying to do. So we need partners, we need support, and we need donors, if you will, for this podcast, because there are some things that we want to do this year that to take this podcast a little higher, if you will. All right, shoot me an email. It's right there, the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com, the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you so much. Hey, there's a great event coming next week. You do not want to miss it. It's the Cross family 8th anniversary. They're celebrating big. It's number 8. So you want to be there. So
good morning, everybody. This is what I need y'all to do for me. I need you to lock down January 18, 2025. The Cross family will be celebrating their 8th year anniversary. There's going to be some heavy hitters like Sent by God, Lil David and the Bells of Joy, Zion, the Humble Sons, and Kiera Hicks, right along with some of our amazing groups out of South Florida. Be sure to lock this date down for January 18, 2025. Bye-bye.
yes, that is the Cross family. January the 18th, 2025. It will be at Redeeming Word in Fort Lauderdale on Prospect Road. You do not want to miss that. Join that. Find that. You can locate them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Also, follow that. It's going to be a great show. They're celebrating their eighth anniversary. And it's going to be a blessing. So you don't want to miss that. All right. Be a part of that. Listen, it's that time. It's that time. I am so excited about this season 2. We was wondering if we were going to do another season. And hey, God said yes. So we're going to do it. So here we are. And the crew is back. That's the part I love. The crew is back. Yes, they are. Thank you for those that are in the comment section. Thank you for letting me know what's going on. Once again, YouTube, go ahead and like and share. Make some comments in the YouTube space, the YouTube family. Facebook, go ahead and let me know that you're there. Thank you for everyone that's sharing. Please, I see the numbers. Go ahead and share. I need everyone that's viewing, that's watching right now. I need you to share this podcast, if you will. Please do that for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, we are here. We are here. They are here and they are ready. There she is, the one and only Chantel Wilson. Hey, girl, how are you?
Hey, Elder, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing on this 8th day of the new year?
Whew, be honest, I'm tired, but I'm pushing my way through.
Boss, I was tired, boss.
I'm tired, boss. I was working hard today. Yeah.
So they got butter and duck, huh?
They got butter, duck, chicken, all the above. You hear me? I started early and finished late. It might have to sign back on after this, but it's all right.
Okay. Well,
thank God for a job.
As I always said, you're here, so that means you survived. So you are a survivor. So tell yourself, I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And we have the pretty one also with us again, Miss Imelda, Dr. Imelda Wallace. How are you? Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. I am tired, but good. I'm here.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, a long day today.
See, you got that new venture, so you know that's that shift that you just walked into. So yeah. So glad you to be. We're happy that you're here. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
part of the season 2, the singles edition. Guess what? Guess who's here? The one and only, the man. Yes, he is. My man, Rob.
What up? How's everybody?
Good.
Good, man. You saw I brought you on just then, Rob. You got to let me travel with you and bring you on. Do that. Here we go. Oh, get ready.
Ready.
Fall out your chair for the funny Rob Minor. You got to let me.
That ain't bad.
I did that.
I can use that.
I did that, Rob. Oh, man. Man, you got to let me travel with you.
I'll come out to the show February the 1st at the Miramar Cultural Center. Yeah.
Okay. February 1st, right?
February 1st, we're going to have a good time, man. Listen, we got a guy on there. I'm excited about the show, and we can talk about that some other time, but I'm excited about it. But this is one guy in particular that I'm glad is on the show. His name is Charles Walden. And I don't know if you know this guy. This guy's been on Def Jam. He's been everywhere for over 30 years. And the amazing thing about him is he has cerebral palsy. And he is, listen, this guy is hilarious. And it's a gospel comedy show. And I thought it was only fitting to have somebody on there who has overcome something like that. Because you have cerebral palsy, you have problems talking, you have problems walking. So the last thing you want to be is in a public eye. For him to have that kind of issue going and be a professional comedian who's been doing it over 30 years, what you'll see, this guy's hilarious.
That's interesting.
And when you watch him get on stage, he's not faking. I mean, you can clearly see that he's not, you know how some people can have some defects and you can barely tell. No, this guy is straight up, has cerebral palsy, and is hilarious.
Well, listen, we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to check that one out. Please make sure, Rob, you shoot me that flyer once the flyer is out and whatever.
It's already out. I got that. Oh, now I'm gonna shoot it to you.
Yeah, you got to shoot that to me where we can put that on, man, and just push that also because and you said that's a Miramar Cultural Arts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
right. February 1st.
This on me too. I rented the center. I rented the comedians. The whole 9 yards. God told me to step out on faith. He said, if you want something done right, do it yourself. So stop waiting for people to book you. Stop waiting for things to happen. And if you want to do Christian comedy the right way, show them how to do it. So I'm going to be booking Christian comics all over the country.
So it's already blessed. It's already blessed. It's already blessed. Hey, y'all ready for this? Because I send
Can I say one thing?
You go right ahead, Doctor.
I just want to say congratulations to our brother, minister, Christian comedian Rob Miners.
Thank you so much. It was definitely an honor. Definitely an honor. I fought all my life between being a comedian and a preacher, and God said, "Why not be both?"
Amen.
Well, that you are. You sat around long enough. Hey, man, you ran long enough. He said, "Nope, you can't run no longer."
No, I can't. I'm tired of the dreams. I'm tired of the beatings.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
He will beat you to death, man. Listen, God is the only person that'll interview you for a job he interviewed you 1,000 times for a job that he already know he's gonna give you. He's just waiting for you to be ready for it, and that's crazy.
Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all about to go. We about to go church. Y'all know, but that's a lot of times, and I say that all the time towards me and others. Sometimes we're worried about where we're going, and we're trying to get there quick. And God, like, you ain't ready yet. First, I need to establish you. I need to prepare you. You need to grow. You need to mature before you shift to where I really got. Because what you thinking about is too small. I already got something bigger planned for you. But what you're preparing for, I'm trying to strengthen you up. Because I can work out. I can want to run the 400, but if I don't prepare for the 400, I don't get strong enough for the open 400. I ain't gonna be able to run the 400. So Man, listen, that's all he was doing. He was just preparing you and getting you strong enough to be able to handle what's coming your way. And it's done. It's done. It's done. Hey, let's have fun with this tonight. Hey, let's kick right off. Cause y'all, I did some research and stuff was coming to me, and I'm shocked about this. Y'all probably know about it, but I was like, huh? But the question is, we're gonna start off with this question. Why do people date for companionship? Why do people date for companionship? Listen, according to recent research, dating primarily for companionship is because becoming increasingly popular with a significant portion of single adults, stating they are not actually actively seeking a committed relationship and are instead open for finding someone to simply enjoy companionship. Watch this, y'all. Y'all, surprisingly, in my research, this report includes Christian singles.
Yeah.
It includes Christian singles. It is said that people often date for companionship because they desire a sense of connection, emotional support, and someone to share expensive with, without necessarily seeking a deeply relationship, a romantic or committed relationship. Essentially, they want someone to enjoy life with and feel less lonely, prioritizing a supportive presence or passionate love. Y'all, this is my question. This is my question. One, why are people doing this? And two, I got two for a question. Dating for companionship, is this okay for Christian singles? Why do people date for companionship? And dating for companionship, is this okay for Christian singles? I know my answer, but I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want to hear what the listeners, the viewers, I want to hear what my audience. Hey, y'all chime in on this. I'm going to ask this question again. Why do people date for companionship? And dating for companionship, is it okay for Christian singles? Rob, I'm gonna hold off on you because I know you got that look on your face.
Thank you.
I know you coming.
That's not fair.
He was ready to
That's not fair. He's ready.
No. I want to wait.
Because I know my brother. I want to start with a young head. I want to start with a youngster. I want to start.
Yeah.
Because you know why I'm starting with Shan? Because it's saying that the younger generation is more aware of this than the older generation. So have you heard?
All new to me.
This is new to you? Really?
This is new to me, yes.
You've never heard this before.
Mm-hmm.
Companionship, that's like what a situation, like it's no commitment. You just want somebody there.
Just want somebody closeness, just hang out with. We share expenses and all that type of stuff.
You want a roommate? No.
Yeah. But, I mean,
Real.
So y'all gonna make me go to Rob, right? Y'all gonna make me go to Rob.
You said you're going to her, so I'm waiting.
Okay, so all right, so Shan, so you never heard this. How you feel about it? How do you feel? Is it something that Christian singles should indulge in?
I mean, to each his own. I mean, I don't think there's a real standard. It depends on what the person is really looking for. Whatever their intentions are, if that's what they want, companionship, let them pursue that. If they want a relationship, let them pursue that. If they just want a friendship, let them pursue that. I don't think because you're a Christian that it just signifies that you wouldn't pursue a companionship. But I know personally for myself, I'm not looking for companionship. I'm looking to get married.
Okay. Y'all, I hear all that, but I'm gonna come for y'all in a few.
Okay.
Imelda,
So
I know
I'm in agreement with my sister. I agree totally with everything she just said. But I realized that since the pandemic, a lot of people have been just looking for companionship because they've been emotionally traumatized about what happened and being confined in the home. And so a lot of people, unfortunately, are cooking up based on their emotions. And it's really not good. Because I worked in family divorce court, saw a lot of people getting married during and after the pandemic, especially after the pandemic got really bad. So a lot of people are making decisions based on their emotions. And like she said, I'm not looking for companionship, marriage, potential. I'm not looking, but I'm waiting to be found by him.
Amen.
Let me say that.
I got
Amen.
yeah. Listen. Someone said definition of companionship is different for different people. Companionship
That's
for
true.
men, excluding sexual intercourse. Okay, as a Christian,
Yeah.
right. But as a Christian, can you? Okay, Rob, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead. What someone is saying is that if it was going to date a Christian, it would be for the company. However, we would have to be equal us into this friendship. However, borders are as far as intimacy would be known. Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rob. We coming to you, Miss Bivens.
Okay, first of all, you know me. And I care not at all about being popular if I'm not going to be honest. And this is the problem. First of all, we all know what we're talking about when we say intimacy. We all know what we're talking about when we're saying companioncy, or being companion, whatever. Because the way you set it up, you let us know what they were talking about by the way the study was and by the way the numbers was. So we can't slip into the Christian gear and act like we don't know what he's talking about. We know most Christians are supposed to want marriage. Most Christians are supposed to want what you guys want, and that's true. But what he's talking about, and the statistics of what he's talking about, is how it is. And here's the problem. The same reason why it used to be a time where Christian marriages, the percentages for divorce was a lot lower than the percentages for divorce in non-Christian marriages. But you're noticing now, they're doing the research, that the numbers are almost even now. And it has nothing to do with anything else other than the fact that we have now, a lot of Christians now, have now stripped the Christian holiness part of the values of what the relationship and what Christianity is supposed to be, where now we bend the rules so much, there ain't much difference in the lifestyle of the average Christian and the average person on the street. Now, if that was different, the numbers will be different. But if you can do almost everything that a non-Christian do, smoke, drink, this, that, have sex every now and then, and justify it for whatever reason you're going to justify it, you're no different than people on the street. So what's happening is the numbers are shrinking and shrinking when it comes down to the difference between Christian polls and people polls as non-Christians. And what's happening is that's that compromising stuff that we're doing with our compromising with the holiness, compromising with this, compromising with that, that is making dating a lot easier for Christians, because every now and then, we can just do what they do. But if we was to go by what really Christianity and holiness is, Christian dating is supposed to be hard. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be hard because we cannot do everything that they do. It's supposed to be hard, so we do not date a million people. So we find love better, easy, faster, because we know what we want. We know what we're not supposed to do. We know what we're supposed to do, and we don't play with each other's time, so we can connect better, find love easier. But because a lot of Christians play these games, and they play these games, well, I got to test the waters. I got to do this. I got to do this. Well, I can't tell this. No, trust God. So as long as we keep bending our Christian lifestyles and how you're supposed to walk like a Christian, then we're going to be just like everybody else. So that's why those numbers, and the reason why everybody going for intimacy now is because if you can have the cake, if you can water about a cow, if you're going to get the milk free, if you can have that kind of attitude, then everybody doing it, including Christians.
But my point on that, my direction, I hear you about the intimacy saying, but that's why I asked, is it okay for Christians to do it? Now, mind you,
it's not okay.
Hold on. Why I asked that is now we still have to go back to what we say about dating God way, but we also remember how we got to talk about having relationship communication. We talked about that way, you know, in season 1, we talked about having communication, how things get. Now, if the communication, I think someone said it too, if the communication, friend, however, borders are far as intimate would be known. So, other words, that's a conversation you got to have. Hey, we can be cool, we can be a companion, we can be kinship, we hang out, whatever. We see each other, but there's no intimacy there. There's gonna be no intimacy. We just two people just feeling. But because I hear it all the time, this is what I've heard. I heard that a lot of people get at a certain age. At a certain age, they don't want all the accessories that come with it. They just want to have someone that they can hang out with to keep them from being lonely. I hear that a lot. I'm gonna read this. Someone sent me this because I did my research and some people were responding about it. They say there may be a person like them, they said me, who has had challenges with relationship, would not want to be in a relationship again. I know some who feels this way. They are afraid of being hurt or not being taken serious. So now they shield themselves from the hurt and just say, okay, you know, we'll just date, we'll just hang out. Now that's
and you shouldn't be part of a poll. If you feel that way, then you shouldn't be part of a poll.
No,
if you
they weren't a part of the poll. This was just somebody expressing themselves that I reached out to several people to get their opinion. Okay. And one person answered like this. That was their answer. But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna read this. Can I read what Pure Research say? Pure Research said. It says. Where is it? It's a research center which shows around half of singles adults are not looking for a romantic relationship and are content with casual dates or companionship. You hear that? They're not looking for a romantic relationship. And it goes far as just to release this report just released from Pew Research Center sends a dagger straight through the heart of a popular mythology, the one that insists that what single people want more than anything else is to become couples. This is so untrue. This is a report. And here are the findings based on the national random sampling of nearly 5,000 adults in the U.S. It shows that 50% of singles people are not interested in committed romantic relationship, and they are not even interested in dating. Another 10% want nothing more than casual dates. About a quarter of single people, 26%, would be interested in casual dates or a committed romantic relationship. Watch this. Just 14% are looking only for a serious romantic relationship.
Yeah.
And can I?
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
Can I say something? We have to really understand that everybody don't want to be married, right? Everybody don't want to be in a relationship, and I respect that. You know, if that's not what you want, I think that is totally okay. If you don't want to be married and you don't want to be in a relationship, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think it's okay if people just want to hang out with their friends or someone that they can, like I have a best friend that I can hang out with. He's a guy friend, but I can hang out with him and there's no intimacy. There's nothing. We could just hang out and go to dinner and just hang out and talk. But there's nothing, no expectations. We're not expecting anything from anyone. And it's nothing like that going on. We just go and hang out. And we've been friends for over 30 years. So I think it's okay if people don't want to be in a relationship. I think it's okay if people don't want to be married. Me as a Christian woman, I have made a decision, and I hadn't always been this way. I will be transparent about that. But in this season of my life, holiness is what I'm practicing because I do have a desire to get married. I don't want to be in different relationships or be going out on different dates. That's not what I want. So I think it's up to the individual, what they want and what their desires are. I'm not saying that it's okay to be, as a Christian, to be dating 50 and going out with all these different people. People are doing their own thing. I just would not do it. That's not what I'm going to be practicing. But I respect the fact that people don't want to get married and don't want to be in a relationship, especially after we don't know the trauma, what people have gone through in relationships. So everybody don't have to have a desire to be married or to be in a relationship. That's fine. Some people just want to hang out with their good Christian friends, and I think that's okay.
I agree.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing that drives me, that pushed me to go further in that is that and I heard you, Rob. I'm hearing you. Is that it's moving into the church? How do we want to slice and dice it?
Yeah.
That is moving to the church, and I'm not talking about it has to be with intimacy or sex. It's just they're just at that point, and more so sisters. It's brothers in that too, but I'm feeling more so sisters because they're tired of going through, and as you see, Amilda expecting that happy ending, and for some reason it don't happen. But it continue. It brings me back to what Paul writes, that he said, "I wish that all would be married or be like me, could be like me." But some have the gift of being married, and some have the gift of being single. So when do you decide or make up your mind? And is there something you pray about? Make up your mind and say,
"Hey, these numbers,
hey, you know what? I'm that one that Paul was talking about, that I can handle just being single."
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
another thing, Elder,
I got a gift of being married.
Elder, you know another thing we're dealing with right here, and it's not just the pandemic. Another thing we're dealing with here now, and I feel sorry for the sisters. The shift that has happened. See, because it used to be a time where men were responsible, men were the head, men were leaders, men were accountable, men were something that women, every woman wanted one because of how men stood up for what men are supposed to be. But since this shift, and I'm talking about this shift of weak men, homosexuality, lesbianism, now these polls are different because we got all kinds of people on these polls now. You could have polled a bunch of homosexuals who don't want to be in relationships that's typical. You could, and that 5,000 people, we don't know how many LGB, whatever numbers, we don't know how many people was in that poll. So now all kind of thoughts and all kind of decisions from all different kinds of people. And the reason why it's not traditional as far as the numbers are the way they used to be, because relationships aren't traditional the way they used to be. It's not a traditional man is, I got the house and I got the car and I got the money, so I pick you up and your mother gonna give you just enough money to catch a cab in case I start cutting up. No, now women got their own houses, women got their own condos, their own cars, their own money, they CEOs of companies. So they don't need men the way they used to need men. So the numbers are different now because women now have to think of their approaches, and everything got to be different when it comes down to dating. So you're not going to get the traditional numbers that you used to get.
I hear you on that, Rob. I do hear you. And how I'm gonna say this. And I say this often, that I know the sisters are building a brand to be the boss. Sisters are sisters. It is what it is. Ladies are what's happening. And we saw during the election that some brothers really exposed themselves of being, what they are.
Hold up. You got to explain that.
No.
Okay, please explain that.
I say some brothers expose themselves of being who they are, of male chauvinists. Where hold on. No. Let me finish. Whereas some brothers can't handle that boss, that strong woman, and forgetting who in their right mind would not want one. Who wouldn't want a strong woman in their life, or to grow with or to be with? Who wouldn't want that? But there were some that could not handle a woman being a leader. I didn't say you, Rob. I said there was
no. But the first time you said
so when you say about it's a different shift, I understand the shift, but we always can adjust to the shift. The shift hasn't changed. We allowed the shift to happen. We allowed it to happen.
Well, we're the reason why it happened. I will agree with that 100%.
Others allowed it to happen.
Well, I agree with that 100%. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't like when people. I heard Barack say it. This thing that happened to Kamala, when she didn't get a lot of the male votes, it had nothing to. Okay. Some of that did have something to do with men not ready for a leader. But hold on, she was a victim of something that has been started for about 10, 15 years now with the Black Girls Rock. We run this world. So when guys went to go, it's been men versus women now especially in the Black community, it's been pushed that way. Men versus women now for about 10, 15 years. So when that went down, she can't get mad now when society has dictated and pushed that now. Now you're the victim of that because now men ain't voting for you. But this whole men versus women thing, especially in the Black community, been going on for now 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, it has been. And the thing is that it brought out more. I got some good comments. Ooh, y'all, I got some good comments.
Can I say something? I might get in trouble.
Hold on. If the desired marriage is there, you don't have to give a signal. Right. You don't have the give a signal. Right. If it's there, if your desired marriage, you don't have that give. You got the gift of getting married. I'm trying to read some of these comments. I totally agree that relationships are different according to the individual desire. Right. There are women who can be a boss, build a brand, but still know how to be submissive because they have been taught home to learn. Well, that's some, but there are some, and brothers, we will know who they are when things don't happen, but we can't be afraid of that.
No,
there are brothers that are afraid of that.
Yes, there is.
And don't really want to deal with it and have the conversation. I'll say this for myself. I don't mind a boss. I don't mind a sister that has it going on, but I'm going to state that, okay, that's fine. I'm good with that. But when you're with me
in the house,
when you're with me, not even in the house, but when you're with me,
I mean the concept.
When we're out, when we're doing things,
right. The concept.
I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be that man that you want, that man that you've been desiring, that man that you've been asking to protect, that protector who you've been seeking for. Let's learn how to balance that. Sometimes we don't balance it. Sisters, sometimes we don't balance it. And sometimes we forget. Sometimes it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. I just wanted to throw that in. Women didn't build brands to be the boss because we wanted to. We had it because we weren't given access to leadership position. But trust, we don't want to be the boss all day. Sis, I hear you. I hear you, but that's yeah. I wish that was the case with all sisters. But all sisters don't have that case. The narrative has been pushed. I agree with Rob. However, we live in a male dominant world, and many men do not want women in leadership because it is assumed we can't be submissive.
But that's just it, Elder. And thanks to the caller. Are we really in I don't know, maybe I'm living in this world that when I go outside, I go watch TV and I go outside, I see commercials. Men really don't win at nothing no more. I corporate everything. Why do everybody keep on saying we live in a male-dominated world? We're not even allowed to be dominant anymore. Get this, the average strong father or average strong boyfriend now would be considered abusive now. We can't say certain things. We can't even hit them back. They can hit us first, and we can't hit them back.
Well, we ain't supposed to be hitting down.
No, I'm not saying that. No. I don't hit women. I'm proving the point. My point is, everybody keeps saying we live in this male-dominated world. It's not like that anymore. It's not, and they keep saying it. And it's like, wait a minute. The same thing with the whole Kamala thing. We're not living in a male-dominated world anymore. This world has been more even than it's ever been. Now, if you had to take a poll, men still has primarily more power than women as a whole. But realistically, in the everyday workforce and everything, I don't know where everybody's at, but I live in a world now where you watch a commercial. We can't win at nothing. I've watched Usain Bolt do a commercial with a woman that was a soccer player, and they ran, and they let her beat him. Y'all do some homework this week. Watch every show, every commercial, everything, every contest, everything, and the woman gonna win. So they keep on saying we live in this male-dominant world. Where? It's more women preaching new birth. It's more women preaching new birth than men.
That's there, but that's there, Rob. But that in sense,
I'm talking about almost everywhere I'm going now.
Okay, but still,
you can't use it as an excuse no more.
No, Rob, but still, I know sisters are setting the plane. Sisters are making their mark. But still, reality is when we see it. I know what you're saying, but still, it's okay. It's like this: the travel that they have to go through and the path that they have to go is not. It's still not an easy path.
Still that way. It's still that way.
It's not like can I ask you a question, Elder? Can I ask you a question?
It's still not an easy path. It's still not an easy path that they have to take. They still got to deal with that male dominant, even though they overcame it.
Not like it used to be. Can I ask you three a question? Would you three agree that women have in this world, in the United States, whatever you want to call it, have it better now than they ever had it?
No.
It shouldn't even be a question.
No.
Let me. Can I?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, let me just say this because it's on my heart to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I just in this season of my life, and it's just me. I'm talking about me. I'm just a firm believer, and I just believe wholeheartedly that no matter what. Because a lot of people have been through so much in relationships. You don't know people's story. So you don't know why they're making the decisions that they make. You don't know. And a lot of times people are not honest and transparent when they meet people. When they first start dating, that becomes a problem. And it turns people off. So, you really don't know what people have gone through. But right now, I just really believe that if you are seeking a relationship, if you desire marriage, trust God. If you spend time in the word, spend time in prayer, I believe that God will lead you. I don't care what's going on around you. I don't care what you've experienced before, what kind of hurt, pain. Ask God to help you to release that, to let things go that have troubled you in the past, because that could hold you up too. That can cause people to not want to be in relationships because they haven't forgiven, they haven't let go because of the trauma that they've been through. We don't know people's story.
Yeah.
And so because you have to really sit down and have a conversation with people, really.
I'm so glad you went there, because we're still, I know we went off course there, but we're still, I'm glad you said that, because some of the people that I reached out to and shared this with, one of them texted me back and they said this, because I was saying, it first starts with ourselves. And actually, we were talking about, elevating ourselves from the mistakes, because sometimes we put ourselves in some of these situations as men and women because of some of the mistakes that we made,
Right,
some of the
right.
bad decisions that we made in
That's
relationships
right.
and
That's
during our
right.
dating time. And I told them sometimes we have to assess ourselves before
Absolutely.
assessing the other person. There's
Right.
just some dumb things that we did and some dumb
Mhm.
decisions that we made. Not blaming others and of the things we cause ourselves on ourselves.
Right.
It is. We remember what we have to remember what Paul said in 1 Corinthians 7 and 8. And they replied with this: true. I realize because of having abandonment, I'm glad you said it, Imelda, abandonment issues from childhood, I jumped into relationships with people afraid of feeling not wanted and
Mhm.
being by myself.
That's my story.
And they have
That is
now
my story.
clear understanding of this now.
Mhm.
And that's more people's story than people
That
want
was
to
my
admit.
story. And
More
let
than
me tell
people
you
want to admit.
something. You have to take your own inventory. I had to stop running in and out because I would leave not wanting them to leave me first. I would run, take off. And in the fear of the abandonment. And I had to stop making that an excuse.
Mhm.
So when you sit and take your own inventory and you really have a relationship with God, and I'm telling you, once you really understand how much God really loves you and you forgive yourself,
Yeah.
it is so powerful. It opened doors for you to be in. I'm not talking about just relationship. I'm talking about relationships with
Period.
people,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
And even with yourself.
Absolutely.
And,
Now,
and, I often say this. I often say this that that we have to learn. And a part of life, I tell my kids sometimes all the time. I say in life, there's two decisions we make in life. We either gonna make the right decision or the wrong decision. We're gonna do the right thing or we're gonna do the wrong thing. But in the
Right.
us doing the right or the wrong, either way, we need to learn from both.
yeah.
Right.
Either do the right thing, we need to learn, okay, I did this right thing. How can I do better? When we
Mhm.
do the wrong thing or make the wrong decisions, we now have to understand and admit that, hey, that was dumb. Well, I
Right.
do that no more. But a lot of
Right.
times we repeat.
Of course.
We're not good with ourselves, and before we know
Mhm.
it, we're back into repeating what we did, the dumb thing, and now we
That's
find ourselves right back in the hurt, right back in the
right.
situation that we were in before.
Absolutely.
But that's why
Because
you got to spend time with yourself, though.
right,
Yeah.
one,
You got
You got
to.
to.
Yeah. That's true.
not only that, we put a band-aid on the hurt and did not actually take time to get over it and understand what we went through and understand the
Right.
hurt that we experienced. There are people now that just got out of relationships, got out of marriage,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they are hurting.
Right.
And right
Tell
smack into a new relationship with that crap.
But you can tell where they're hurting by
Yep.
some of the things that they
They
post or
say.
some of the things that
Absolutely.
they
You're
say.
right. You're so that's right. And they
And
want the
the-
whole world to feel pity for them when they didn't do the one thing they should have did. The two things. A, they should have took time out and spent, like she said, time with themselves and time with God. That's A. Because you need time to heal. But here's what I'm going to say. When I said, when I started off, it was alluding to what you guys were saying. When I ask you guys a question, when I said this, would you not agree that women have it better now than they've ever had it. I'm not saying it's equal. I'm saying as far as everything, jobs, everything, it has never, ever in history been better for women than it is now. I didn't say it was even, and I didn't say it was perfect, but it's undeniable that it has never, ever been anywhere close to as good as it is now for a woman ever before. Would y'all agree?
Rob, for African American, as an African American,
but we're not gonna shift all the way there. We understand.
I'm not going all the way there. But wait a minute, I'm not going all the way there.
Came up. We know sisters have came up.
I was simply going to say, you can measure this if you want, and you'll come up with the right equations. The more it seems as if the more that women gets elevated, the worse relationships get. And it's not because of the women. It's not because of the women. Let me explain. Okay. It's not because of the women. It's because, and I'm going to say this, it's because how weak men has become. Because men want to hold on to the power of being a man, but they're not living up to man's standards. So the more women that's elevated, the more it's exposing the weak men. That's all I was going to say. And that's why the relationship thing, where some women don't even want to be in a relationship, because if they got to do everything that a man do, why would I need a man?
Now, I hear what you say.
I'm telling you. Okay.
Now, I hear what you say. Now, let me say this, because I just spoke to my mentor group, and not in detail on relationship, but I use this for example about us as men and sisters. Y'all can give me an amen if you want to. Now, because sometimes, Rob, I just said before, we have to check ourselves.
I just said that.
Look at us as men and some of the stuff. I made an example to my guys because
exactly what I was saying.
Okay, hold on. I made an example to my guys. They have journals. So I'm teaching them to use a journal. I'm teaching them to write a journal. I'm teaching them to be expressive. I'm teaching them to do work. So I had a kid, so he was writing. So they were supposed to share what they did the 2 weeks they were off and what they did and the Christmas gifts and all that kind of stuff. I had one, he just said, I went to Atlanta, Georgia. I went to eat. I went to Dave and Buster's. And I say, okay, you went to Dave and Buster's. What did you do at Dave and Buster's? Oh, I played games. I did this. I say, okay, what did you eat at the restaurant? Oh, I did. But he was not in detail of everything he said. So I told them this. I said the difference between us brothers, us men, and the sisters is, you can ask me, you can ask a brother, how was your day? And we're going to say,
communication.
You can ask the sister how her day was. And
detail.
She's going to say, well, when I woke up, you know what?
Yep, you're right.
I didn't feel like I wanted to go to work this morning, but I did get up and I went to make me some coffee. And the coffee that I made, it wasn't good, so I had to add more sugar to it.
You're 100% right.
More cream.
You're 100% right.
And once I added more cream, I had a sip. Then I fixed me some of my breakfast. And then after that, I decided, okay, now I'm gonna get dressed, get my makeup on, and just went through detail
hold on, brother.
All the way until
let him finish, Rob. Let him finish.
Until you got into the car headed to work. I'm trying to go somewhere with this. Is that a lot of times we sit back and don't be communicated and don't be how we got, and I'm raising my hand on that one because I'm one that's good at that. I don't always express like I should express and say the things. I'm getting better now. Don't get it twisted. I am getting better. I'm getting a lot better. But
okay, she hear you. She hear you.
But now let me say this.
So a sister, shut up. So a sister, here it is. You're in a relationship. You're dating, and now she always have to make the plans. She always got to come up where we're going to restaurant. She always that's something that a brother can do as well.
That's a turn off, honey.
But guess what?
Make plans, and if we don't, her mindset is, well, shoot, I can do that myself.
Right.
I just go by myself, take myself.
But here's the deal with that. You also got to remember when you're doing journals or anything else, people a lot of times write based on point of interest. If that guy just felt like, man, I just played some games and I just ate, that's cool. I know what he's saying. What he's saying, the ability to express yourself and the ability to communicate. I don't care that you have, some people have the ability to do things who don't feel the need to do that. See, the situation is because of the way females are built, females feel the need to express everything that they want to do. Men aren't really built like that. Men don't feel the need to be in detail. I'm gonna give you an example. If I tell you I needed a pair of black Nike sneakers, and I go to the mall, I can be to the mall for 15 minutes. I go get those black Nike sneakers, and I go get them, and I come back. You tell a sister who's looking for some black Nike sneakers, she'll go to the first store, and she's going to see those black Nike sneakers, and she's going to say, nah, you know what? I may be able to give them cheaper. She's going to go to 7 other stores. 3 hours later, she's going to say, you know what?
Okay.
Hold up. 3 hours later, she's going to say, you know what? I'm going to go back and get those sneakers I seen at the first store. So just because a person doesn't communicate in detail because they don't think that what you're saying is, I'm telling you, okay.
No, Rob. Okay, Rob.
I got what you're saying, Rob. You're right.
Right.
But this is my point to this. This is my point to that. Is that when we don't express ourselves in detail, sisters, y'all help, brothers that's on there, y'all help me out. When we don't express ourselves in detail, how she's gonna get to know our dudes,
I don't have no problem with that. Yeah. I said everything is not in detail.
But if we don't express ourselves, we don't be more detailed. Like for instance, if we just said my day was good, I had a good day, and obviously you really didn't have a good day because you had some problems at the office, and you had a situation with your boss that upset you, and you were trying to figure out now how can I do it. Now, this is my thing. If you had shared, say, babe, my day was okay, but my issue at my boss was that I was trying to figure this out. Who's to say that she won't say, well, you know what, babe? If you'd have did X, Y, Z and, W, it would have worked that way. Won't you try that tomorrow?
That's true, but most men are protectors, and most men feel like, let me finish. Most men feel like if I told you every little, we first of all, I love to hear my woman's day in detail because any part of her detail that's wrong, I feel like I need to be a protector and help her with. Most men would feel like if you did that as a man, the way women do, they will call you nagging. They say you're whining. Let's keep this real. No, let's keep it real.
No, listen. Okay, wait, Rob. Everybody don't feel like that. Everybody don't feel like that.
Hold on, E.
I'm saying for every detail. I'm not saying it.
No, I ain't saying we ain't gonna tell every detail, but
that's all I'm saying. I didn't mean not communicate because I'm a great communicator. I'm saying when you're gonna break down Shorty about the games he played at by not being expressive. No, I'm just saying everything can be in the details.
You got to understand when I was using that for my guys, you're talking about fifth graders. I'm trying to build young men. I'm trying to build.
Then you compare them to women though, but you compare them to grown women.
Hold on. You missed what I said when I said
communication.
I'm trying to build young boys into young men. I don't want them to make the mistake that we made as men. I want them to be more expressive. So you to tell me you just went to Dave and Buster and I told you, hey, please express everything that you did when you was away for your 2 weeks. But his only expression was, I went to Atlanta, I went to a restaurant, I went to Dave and Buster. What did you do at Dave and Buster? Now, here it is. Now the sister got to say, well, what did you do at Dave and Buster, honey?
Mm-hmm.
I played a game. What game did you play, honey? Instead of just saying, babe, I went to Dave and Buster's, man, I went and played the basketball game and I had a good time. I even played the simulated golf while I was there.
Yeah.
Now
we don't have to pry it out of you.
I don't have to have the nagging. Now I have
First
to
of
have
all-
the nagging. Well,
first of
man,
all,
what
listen.
you do the whole
First of
time you
all-
was there? That's all you did the whole time you was there. You
know,
ain't
communication for me. First of all, I'm a professional comedian and a minister. Communication is 100% for me. I'm not saying the way you're saying it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you can teach a man to be more expressive. You can teach him to communicate more, but he's still going to have a degree of what he thinks is important enough, because a man is never, most men ain't never going to, most, I said most, I watch what I say carefully. Most men are never going to be explanatory as far as explaining everything they do. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. You know that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen.
Chantel, I'm gonna ask you this because I know we kicking it. Would you prefer a man that's not in detail, but a guy that's more detailed, more open, more expressive than one with just short answers?
No, I would want someone who's more detailed, more expressive.
That's not what I said.
No, I know what you didn't say, Rob.
He know what you said.
But I'm talking.
When you say it like that, after what I said, it seems like you're saying it like that. Come on, man.
No, I'm asking Chantel. How she feels, because we kind of like
we've been all. We have not let her speak, and we want to hear from her.
Right. I want to hear your point of view.
I'm fine. No, I would like someone to express in detail. You know, if you have that information readily available, why not just spill it? Like Imelda said, why should I have to pry it out of you? Now, if that's not something that you're accustomed to doing, then I guess I would have to ask questions, and then I guess when you get to a point where you're comfortable, you will just readily share that information with me. Because I know a lot of men are not, expressive in that way at first, but they may open up to it later on. So. But my preference would be for that guy to be open and detailed about their day or whatever they did. That's where we build communication. That's where I get to learn more about you. You get to learn more about me.
Right.
Now, my ex-wife, I just went through this. A friend of mine, right now, friend of mine, seeing a friend of mine, and
we gotta go.
Something happened. Something happened with me and my kids or whatever, and was my ex-wife there and stuff like that. I went through something silly, and later on she asked me a question. My ex-wife said, "You didn't tell me that something about the ex-wife." I said, let me explain to you thing right now. I said, I don't say nothing to nobody that I don't feel they interested in. I said, for me to tell you something about somebody I know you don't care for, you ain't interested in, or nothing, will be a gateway to a bunch of arguments. It is not my job, if I'm not violating anything or doing anything, it is not my job to report to you anything that somebody else do, especially somebody I know you don't care much about. So to keep arguments and keep worlds away from worlds and stuff like that, I don't offer information to people about somebody or something I know they're not interested in. So there's times when you can explain everything, you could be 100% communicating and stuff like that, but there is times we just keep certain things to yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's your ex, though. We're talking about somebody you're in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Even in a relationship.
All right, I'm gonna read because
honest about a relationship. But if it's something going on and something happened about somebody that I know you're not interested in, you don't like or whatever, I keep those worlds apart. That ain't for you to know.
Okay,
as long as I'm not violating anything I'm doing, I'm good.
Listen, we got to go, y'all. We got to go. It's 10 after. Wow. This is good. Wow. Hey, listen, those that have been viewing, those are making comments. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, listen, I'm going to read a few of these. And this is what I love about it, because we all have our different personality. We all have our own views, and we can agree to disagree. But that's how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to agree with everything that everybody's saying and all of that. But that's what this dialogue, that's what this is all about. Now, I got this, and somebody went at you, Rob, but it's all good. It's in good because I love what you're doing, because that's why you're here, because you're being expressive. They say a lot of women have done the internal work to involve, and many men have not. Rob speaks like he wants the caveman back. and that's men. No, I know you. That's not what you're saying, and that men won't work with the modern woman. I got my boy Greg. Greg is here. Greg said you are right, Rob. Men do not express like women. I agree with you, Greg, but we need to do better.
Agree with me, but he agreed with you, Greg.
I agree with you too, Rob.
No, you didn't.
You too.
Until Greg said that. No, you
I
didn't.
said, but we need to do
Hey,
better.
Greg, I owe you lunch, bro. I owe you lunch, Greg.
I said, I agree with you, but I say, but we need to do better at it. We need to do better. Someone say, if a man is really interested in a woman, he is going to invest in how she's feeling and what's going on in her world.
That's right.
Not what I was saying, but you're right, but that's not what I was saying.
Someone said, Ms. McFadden said, I beg to differ. I have a full alpha male son, very confident, emotionally intelligent, and he is absolutely great communicator. He has an issue with a woman that doesn't listen or doesn't communicate. I feel you, dude.
That's good. That's good.
You're raising a great son. You're raising a great son, Ms. McFadden. We have another one. When men have found safety with a woman, they will express themselves if did some internal work.
My man.
Yeah. No, that was a sister. That
my
was
woman. My woman. Don't matter.
Somebody say Rob. Yeah, y'all give Rob a hug. He hey, listen, I love it, y'all.
I love it.
Listen, we have more stuck right there. We got stuck right there.
Read the 5 love languages. Read the 5 love languages.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
I'd rather watch Marvel.
Listen, I'm gonna throw this one. I'm gonna throw this one out here because I talked to. I think it was Shan that I talked to about dating rules of dating. We gonna talk about this next week, y'all. So y'all want to miss next week. Y'all don't want to miss me because I'm gonna ask y'all: is there rules of dating with Christian singles? Should there be rules of dating with Christian singles? There's one.
Next week, Rob. Next week.
Next week, Rob. Next week. But there's one. There's one, y'all, that I want to check with the Christian folks, the Christian singles and the church folks. There's one. That 2-2-2 rule. It's called 2-2-2 rule. I ain't giving it to you until next week.
Come on, man.
Y'all got to come back. You can get
come on, man. You got me all.
Rule. Nope, I'm not giving it. Y'all,
Rob, we won't get off this show.
I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling that one. Hey, so listen, y'all. God bless you. Hey, thank you everyone that's been viewing on tonight.
Good job, brother. Good job, guys.
My crew. Thank you so much. Rob, Chantel, Emilda, thank you so much. Next week. Till next week, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much.
I want to throw this plug in now. I'm not disappearing because of what the topic is. I will be at choir rehearsal next week.
She's missing us on next week. Yeah, talking about she at choir rehearsal. Okay, choir rehearsal. But anyway, hey y'all, listen. Thank you guys. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Emilda. Appreciate y'all being with
great job, Emilda. Great job, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen. Hey, this has been the South Florida Live Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and thank you once again for everyone that's been viewing us on tonight. Once again, there's another announcement. There's an announcement I want to do. Listen, you don't want to miss this on January 18th, not July, January 18th.
Good morning, everybody. This is what I need y'all to do for me. I need you to lock down January 18, 2025. The Cross family will be celebrating their 8th year anniversary. There's going to be some heavy hitters like Sent by God, Lil David and the Bells of Joy, Zion, the Humble Sons, and Kiera Hicks, right along with some of our amazing groups out of South Florida. Be sure to lock this date down for January 18, 2025. Bye-bye.
Okay, you don't want to miss that. I think I saw Angie. Cross. Hey, Angie, do me a favor in the comments. Yeah, I see you in the comment section. throw some information how they can get tickets and get contacts with you. Do that for me, please. Before you go, throw in the comments, please. The Cross family 8th anniversary. You guys don't want to miss that. That's January the 18th. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. Angie, go ahead in the comment section. Go ahead and put some information in there. How we can get tickets. How you can get tickets. Please write it and put it in the comment section. And once again, y'all, my sponsor on tonight. My sponsor tonight is Lady E. Smell Me. Hey, I'm telling y'all.
In all my days, God has never turned his back on me. Listen, when the rubber meets the road, when the rubber meets the road, when the rubber meets the road, when the rubber meets the road.
All right, thank you, Miss Lady E, for sponsoring this episode on tonight. Once again, if you will, Miss Cross, could you put some information down there in the comment for me, please, and let them know how they can get in contact with you or the group or promoter, or how they can get tickets on for January the 18th. Hey, y'all, listen, I thank everybody for joining me on tonight. I really appreciate it. It was fun. It was engaging. It was informative. As we always say, listen, y'all, don't next week be a part. Hey, Monday meditation or prayer last this Monday was on fire. Next week is we going higher. We got Pastor Christina Robinson joining us on next Monday for meditation and prayer. And we'll be back here again on Wednesday for the singles edition. So you don't want to miss it. Hey, listen, God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. Hey, y'all, I love you. I love you. There's an action word and there's nothing you can do about it. So as I always say, I'll pray for you. You pray for me. Hey, y'all, let's watch God change things. God bless you.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.